Hello friends. Now in this video we are going to discuss about one of the most important letter formations in graphology. Now the beauty about this letter is you can be in any therapy profession or you might be using any modalities. If you are very clear about the meaning of this letter M, capital letter M formation, then you will be very good in that particular healing therapy profession. Therapy is all about identifying the problem, and once you have identified the problem very clearly, then providing the solution based on the identification of that particular problem. So let me emphasize, the identification of that problem plays a very significant role because that is the basis, that is a foundation. If your analysis, identification of the problem itself is not correct, then the conclusion is obviously not going to be right. Okay? So let's understand the significance of this letter M and why it plays very significant role in providing the solution to the customers. And this letter M is not only that the therapist can use it, it is equally useful for the people who are working, because when it comes to taking decisions or providing solutions, this letter is going to play a very useful role in our daily life. Okay. So let me tell you, before we start understanding the significance of this letter formation, now depending on your comfort level, now this particular letter M, it can be understood by breaking this letter formation in various ways. Now here in this paper you can see I have shown you 3 different ways of identifying the meaning of this particular letter formation. You can have more than this. So every person can come up with their own ideas in terms of breaking this particular letter formation and coming to some conclusion. So I found it more interesting, or this is my way of approaching this particular letter formation. So I have just shown you 3 different ways of just breaking up this letter formation in order to identify the meaning of this letter. Now here, if you see in this first, here I have just broken this particular letter M into 2 halves. You can say this left 1 and 2, right? Okay. Now second way, it could be like this first vertical line I have shown you. This is separated, then we can see V letter formation over here, and the last one is one more vertical line over here. This can be the another way. Once we identify the meaning of each and every particular component, we can combine everything and come up with the big picture. Now and the third possibility could be, I am going to break this entire letter formation. All this, you can see here 4 vertical lines. So all those 4 vertical lines can be separated and then their meaning can be found, and then all these individual meanings can be combined in order to come up with a big picture. Okay, so these are the various approaches which can be used for understanding the meaning of this single letter M, capital M. Okay, now in this video I am going to take one case study which will help you to understand how to derive the meaning of letter formation, as well as how to utilize this method to understand the meaning of this letter capital M. Now, so let's take this first case study. Okay. Now this is very important even for the people who are studying. Now this particular letter formation, it shows your ability to solve your problems. It shows your ability to take decisions in pressure situations. Okay. Now, why do I say that? Now, here you can see these are 2. I have divided this into 2 equal halves. Okay. 1 and 2. Now, when it comes to identifying the problem, we know that one of the most important thing is, let me just show you. Now we will take this case study. Okay, so I am just showing you. Now when it comes to solving any problem, what is the most important thing is we need to identify what is given. Once we understand what is given, then based on that we can find out what is missing, right? For example, if I know this is the equation 5 plus y equal to 7, I know 5 and 7 is given, and I know this y is the unknown quantity, so it will be easy for me to identify what is missing based on once I know what is given, right? So here when we apply the similar concept to letter M, so this point over here you can see V letter formation, that bottom, it shows the missing, what is missing, and these two things, they show you, this top 2 points, they show you what is being given. Now identifying this given is very important, and once we know or once we have identified this given points, then it becomes easy to understand what is missing or find out what is missing. So the most important thing is identifying what is being given, and this is the one area where most of the people are not able to understand what is given, because sometimes it is very hidden, and that's the reason they are not able to identify what is missing. So letter M is very crucial when it comes to identifying the problem. First you identify the problem by understanding what is being given, and then once you have identified, then you can come to what is missing or what is a solution for that particular problem. So friends, this is about letter M, and once you understand this letter M, you can be very successful in whatever problem solving profession you are, right? And if you are interested in knowing what is the meaning of remaining this methods, like this method over here I have shown you 1 2 3 4, or you can go by this approach also, then please feel free for the paid session. You can connect with me and you can understand what is the meaning of all this various other ways of identifying the meaning of this particular letter M. So do connect with me. Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks.